Hello, and welcome to another episode of Fallen Dragons. Tonight is episode 3. Gloom is where the heart is. My name's Mike. I'll be your DM for the night. And I'm here with my cast of characters. And Smite and Esma. And we last left this group as they were beginning to search for a very special egg wanted by Konos the Archmage for one of his experiments. What that experiment is, only he knows. Our group of adventurers to go into the Shadowfell to search for this egg. And we last left them as they had just gone through the portal in the cemetery and aired and just reached the other side. So they are now actually in the Shadowfell.
Hello. Oh, sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
As you walk through the portal, the place you see in front of you is massively different from the place you just left behind. The Shadowfell is a constant barrage of shades of gray. And you immediately feel a very heavy feeling upon your shoulders. The melancholy and depression here is so heavy that it's almost a physical thing. And as you walk away from the portal, you look up and you see massive iron gates, a good 20 to 30 feet tall. And on the top of those gates, there's a sign. And that sign says, "Welcome to Gornish." There are no guards at the gates. They don't need guards here. Because very few people enter and even less ever leave. So what do you guys do at this point?
Well, Esma looks over to Smite because she thinks Smite would know something about this, and she just looks at Smite like, "What should we do next?"
Well, I think this place is absolutely charming. I mean, it is very welcoming. I think we should look at our map and make sure we mark exactly where we are so we can re-find the portal. We're not exactly here to make friends. And I would like to get back. I don't have anything set up, but Lucretia and I have planned to meet up again at some point. Anyway, I'd like to get back eventually. So yeah, I'm gonna pull the map out of a pack and grab a quill and unroll the map and find Gornish on the map and draw a little X and note that this is the portal gate. Okay, by the gate.
And you find Gornish fairly easily because it's one of the larger cities in the Shadowfell.
I think we should look at the map together and kind of get oriented. So
I
does
agree.
yeah.
Yes, let's look at the map and see where we're supposed to head.
I think this is the best 5 gold we've ever spent at this point.
Actually, what you have is a map of the Shadowfell in general. You do not have a Gornish city map.
Sure.
So
This is like looking at a map of the globe, not like a map of
right.
Los Angeles, right.
Yeah.
All right.
At least we can kind of get oriented.
That is true.
Yeah, I like this place so far.
It's not necessarily Avernus where you came from, but the feeling is a lot closer to what you're used to than the prime material plane where you've been hanging out most of the time.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Actually, if you ended up getting lost here or what have you, you wouldn't have a problem with it. You'd be perfectly okay.
Yeah.
The other two, on the other hand, would not.
Esma would be very sad.
Uh-huh.
And she's not a sad person.
That's why people don't stay in the Shadowfell unless they have no other option. So, after you guys take a look at your map, what are you going to do?
There's a gate, go through it. Might as well check this place out and see if we can, I don't know, probably ask around, see if anyone's seen a obsidian dragon.
And I'm thinking the sooner the better because Esma feels like a chill up her back and she doesn't like this spot.
I'm sure there's an inn around anyway.
Yeah.
Which one of you has the highest strength score amongst the three of you?
Let's find out.
I think I'm the tank in this.
Let's find out.
Oh, bye.
I think I'm the
I don't
tank
have a
in
plus
this.
2.
I have like a negative wisdom, so.
I need all three of you. You need to decide which one of you is going to try and open the gate. And then I need a strength roll from you.
I have a +2 on strength, which is not impressive, but I rolled okay tonight so far, so.
We haven't even rolled.
I might try.
Let me see. My strength is.
I think Anya said hers was a +2 also. So
I'm a
Yep.
+2 too.
so you
Oh,
so
okay. So we're all tanks here.
so
Tankless.
since you all basically have similar strength, decide which one of you is gonna try and open the gate.
Well, I'm feeling kind of invigorated in this place. I'll try.
Okay.
I rolled a 16 plus 2, so 18.
You walk up to the gate. You grab one side, excuse me, with both hands, and you step backward. And it's not an easy pull by any means, because the iron gate is quite heavy. But you do manage to pull it open, just enough for the three of you to get through.
Go Smite.
I like
Good
that
job, Mike.
creak. Yeah. Like my horns feel extra powerful here.
And as you get to the other side of the gate, it automatically closes again.
Oh,
Aww.
creepy.
So I need a perception check from all three of you at this point.
Not one. Okay, I'm switching dice.
You're feeling very invigorated, but you're not seeing anything.
I like it here.
I got a natural 20, so 23.
What did they?
Got a
What did they?
22.
Okay. Esma and Enya look ahead of you, and you see buildings upon buildings. This is a town of 5,000 people. But what you see even more as you look to the east is the largest cemetery you've ever seen in your life.
Charming.
There's even a population sign on the gate of the cemetery.
Oh, cute.
The population of the cemetery is 7,500 people.
I bet they have to update that a lot. It's like, yeah, it's like moving to Phoenix.
There's more people in the graveyard than not. So that should give you an idea of how things go here. About then is when you notice you're getting wet.
Excuse me?
There is a constant drizzle here.
Like a mist drizzle or like a disgusting blood or guts drizzle?
Like Portland?
It's there is a mist. Actually, there's a fog, but
Like behind me?
even, yeah, basically. But the drizzle is a little heavier than a mist. It's heavy enough to notice that you notice there are drops falling on you. And the sky is overcast and you see no remnant of sunshine, even though it's the middle of the afternoon, or at least it was where you came from.
Well, Esma likes mist and fog, so she's having fun right now. Even though she's feeling creepy on the behind her back, she's kind of enjoying this feeling. At least with the sprinkling of the water on her.
Well, I would imagine it is different than anything she's experienced before. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, um,
So she decides that we need to bring a little happiness. So she takes out her lute and she starts playing a melancholy but a little bit of a chipper song, just to put her fellow heroes happy and in a good mood.
okay, you start playing your lute. And the other two of your companions are like, oh, she's doing that again.
But it's not as happy. It's a little more subdued.
So, what do you guys want to do?
I say let's try to figure out where a dragon egg would be at on the map.
Yeah, I think we should go talk to folks. Yeah.
There are people in the streets. There are the same things here that there is in there where you came from. There are shops, there's a blacksmith, there's all the same general things. It's just that as you pass people on the street, they don't look happy. They all look at some level depressed.
Hmm.
There's a library, there's the hospital. They're all the things you would expect to see in a town of 5,000 people.
So Esma doesn't like to see people depressed, so she goes and she plays a little melody and she tries to do a little act to make them have a little bit of a smile to hopefully brighten their day.
Your background is eating your head.
Woo!
So, so they hear you playing and they see the three of you. They turn to see where the music's coming from. And they give the three of you a rather odd, confused look, like, music? I vaguely remember what that is.
I don't know if we should be drawing this much attention to ourselves. I mean, it doesn't seem like there are a lot of as comfortable as I am here. Not sure people are comfortable with us being here.
Well, you're new here. And from the fact that Esma is playing music and such, people can tell you're new here because people don't do that here.
Well, they should be. They should be happier, and Esma wants them happier. So she doesn't want them sad, but she decides to listen to Smite and she puts it away with a sad expression on her face.
Sorry, honey. It was a nice song, though. That's the kind of music I like.
Thank you.
Um, are you gonna wander around and explore the town, or are you gonna find an inn first and get settled, or what are you gonna do?
Well, I think we just came. I don't think we really need to get settled. I don't know about you guys. I think we should just head on to. Because the longer we stay here, the gloomier we'll probably get.
I like it.
Maybe you should ask someone if they know of a dragon around here.
Oh, yeah. I think we could. Let's like wander around, see if we can find an inn. Maybe we can talk to some folks. I mean, like, I need a drink. It's
And
always a
maybe,
good place to sort of get oriented. And yeah,
and
then we'll
maybe,
go from there.
and maybe we'll see another type of wish daddy.
Yeah. We'll be like a dark wish daddy.
And
Like-
I thought your wish daddy was bad. This wish daddy would
Like-
be even worse.
Like that's even possible because genies are generally evil anyway, which means the one you have is evil. If you met one down here, it'd be even worse. In fact, God knows what he might do to you.
What can
Um,
what can we say? Esma has a affinity for genies.
I thought it was more for daddies, but
Yeah. Well, probably
Lord.
both.
and it's all good, hun.
it's gonna get her in trouble at some point.
Yep.
So I guess we'll go to the inn, like Smite said. Maybe Esma will eat some ice cream to get that creepy feeling off of her back.
There are 2 inns in this city. One is closer to you, and then one is closer to the center of town.
Okay.
Which one would you like to go to?
I'm available. I don't know. Maybe we should go to see the center of town and see what else is around here. I mean, maybe we'll find some useful items for journey down here. You know, things are obviously a little different than in the prime material plane.
Maybe we could
Yeah.
find like another Tyndall's, and maybe we could find someone that can tell us, maybe give us a map or something.
Um, so if you guys head to the center of town, you'll see a building made with gray brick that's at least 3 stories tall. And the sign outside of it says, the wilted willow and
Well, I bet they have gray sheets.
I do like gray.
I like gray.
it's the middle of the afternoon, so lunch rush would be over, so there's no real line going in the door.
Well, go. Yeah, I mean, do y'all want to stay in town for tonight while we kind of get oriented and figure out where we're heading next?
Sure. I mean, we
I
really
think
don't know what to do next, so
we
I
don't know
think
where to
Eddie.
go. Yeah, I think we've kind of figured out it's usually cheaper for us to get a room and board than it is for us to just eat.
Yes.
Yeah, 2 or 3 meals for each one of the 3 of you would end up costing you more than getting the room and therefore having your meals included.
Yeah, I like
Esma's
that
cool.
package deal.
Esma's cool with whatever.
Yeah, let's stay the night, and then we can ask the people around the tavern about dragon.
Sweet.
Cool.
All right, let's go in this place. Yeah, let's go in this place. Like I said, I need a drink.
Um, you, the 3 of you walk into this inn. When you step inside, think of the darkest, most odd goth bar you've ever been in.
Oh.
This without the small lanterns that are hung fairly close to the ceiling, the place would be completely dark.
Is everyone in leather?
But there's a small lantern. There's a small lantern over each table, and 2 or 3 that hang over the bar for the people that are sitting at the bar.
Mike, have you ever been to I don't know if I'm supposed to say it here, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Have you ever been to Leather Church? Is it like that?
I was invited a couple times, but I never went.
Okay, then you wouldn't be able to define it to me. Pretty much how it is everyone's in leather. It's a little bit dark. There's a
oh,
bar.
oh,
You know.
oh, I know. I knew what it was. I just never went.
Yeah, I'm just describing it
Um,
for other people too. Hold on one second. I gotta let my dog out. I'm still listening. Sorry about that.
but this isn't as much that. There's, adventurers, and there's even a couple of people in high-end robes over in the corner. They look like administrative types. This is just a higher end bar in the Shadowfell. That's what a high end tavern in the Shadowfell looks like.
Coffee.
In fact, the bartender, you don't see a waitress. You do, however, see a male drow behind the bar.
What's the male drow name?
His name is Grund.
I was hoping it was someone else's name. Okay.
He's the owner. He's the owner and bartender of the place.
I didn't know you knew any drows.
Oh, I met one or two. One that I thought was very cute in my past.
I like drows.
Oh, a lot of them live down here. This is their home turf, shall we say. Grund is what you might think of as a middle-aged drow. He's at least 300. He still looks quite good, but you can start to see a line on his face here and there, probably from dealing with depressed customers most of the time.
Oh, he probably gets a lot of business, though.
Well, as I said, this is the high-end bar in town. This is where the people with money hang out. So he sees the three of you walk in, and he's like, who in the world are these three? So he sees you sit down at a table, and he walks over. And he is wearing boots and brown leather pants and brown leather shirt to go with him. And he has a full head of very long white hair that goes down to about his belt. And he comes up to your table and says, hello, I'm Grund. I own this place. Haven't seen the likes of you three around before.
Esma just smiles and says, yeah, we're just visiting for the scenery. And, you know, I love the weather down here, though. It's just very beautiful. I love the mist.
Yeah. He can tell that you're basically feeding him a line because he's a bartender and he deals with this crap every day.
I think Esma kind of believes it, though. She kind of is enjoying this. She doesn't know why, but she kind of is.
Well, it's a change of scenery from anything you've ever seen before.
Grand. I'm Smite. I was able to talk my companions here into a visit. Nice, nice place you have here. I bet you have some fancy cocktails, and I would like a drink.
Okay. Well, if the three of you want drinks, what would you like?
So,
Do you have a house special? Anything y'all are known for in particular? This is like a vacation for me.
You being a tiefling, he believes you a little bit more than he does Esma. It's
Like going to Hawaii.
yeah. Except you wouldn't go to Hawaii if your life depended on it.
I like it here though.
um, we do have a rather interesting house cocktail. It's green and it's served over a sugar cube.
Ezra says, that sounds yummy. I want some.
Oh, look at you going back on
That
the
sounds
sugar.
good. Yes, I want one too.
Yeah, I guess we'll take a round of the green sugar cubes, please.
Actually, I don't know if any of you have ever had it, or know about it, but this would be the D&D version of absinthe.
I've
Ooh.
had not great absinthe, but I have had it. Fortunately, you can get it now in the U.S., but
It's actually legal again.
Mhm.
It wasn't for a while.
Yeah. I got some
And
when I was in Greece. It was not. It was bad absinthe.
yeah. Good absinthe will put you on your butt fairly quickly. But it's an advantage that I have, being that I sit anyway. So he says, you want 3 of these. Would you like them normal, or would you like them how the house normally serves them?
House.
Yeah, I think I mean, it seems like you have a special thing going on here. I'd like to see what the house does.
So
Yes, house. Sounds interesting.
he goes back to the bar. A few minutes later, he comes back out. They're rather odd cocktail glasses because they don't really have what we would consider a cocktail glass that you would serve absinthe in. They're closer to what we would consider a coffee cup. Um, and he puts the cube of sugar in the bottom of the coffee cup, pours the green liquid over it. He's doing this at your table, mind you. Pours the green liquid over it so that it fills it up about halfway and coats the coffee cup, or coats the sugar cube. And then he takes a small match from his pocket, a flint, and lights each one of them on fire. And the flame doesn't go out until the sugar cubes basically melted away. So the sugar is now melted and blended in with the absinthe.
I like it when my drinks come with a trick. This is fun.
Well, good absinthe has a very strong licorice flavor, and you need the sugar cube to mellow it out to make it drinkable. No.
Licorice is naturally super like sweeter than sugar.
Yeah, but it's got a bite on the edge of it.
I like it. I like bites.
So he finishes his little show with the 3 drinks and
Hey,
goes,
snaps.
I hope you 3 enjoy the drink and enjoy your vacation, as it were.
Esma's like, it's a good start. Keep them coming. This seems yummy.
All
I'd like
right.
to.
Well, shall we toast
Yes. To us.
to the Shadowfell, to a vacation in darkness? Yeah.
And to us.
That's all.
He says, how would you guys like to pay for the
We have gold. Do you
well,
use gold?
yeah. I guess what he's thinking is, do you just want to buy your drink separately, or do you want to rent a room package, or what do you want to do?
Sure. How much is a
Is
room
what he's
package
asking.
here? I mean, it
It's
seems like an
a goal.
expensive. A gold? Perfect. I think
Yeah.
we can bunk separately.
Yeah, we could bunk separately.
Okay.
I mean, we could all cuddle, but I don't know. Maybe Esma will find a new wish daddy and need some privacy.
Well, the beds might be big enough for two of you, but not three.
Cuddle puddle.
Unless you're like stacked on top of each,
Stack
and
the
it's rather hard. It's rather hard to sleep that way.
stack Esme on top of Smite.
Mhm.
Well, we can sleep head to toe, and the horns take up a lot of space, so I get 2 feet in my face, which not interested.
Well, these are single beds, so you know, two can squeeze in, but three is a bit much.
Esma likes
Yes.
her. Esma likes her
Yes.
space, so she'd rather have her own room.
Yes, 3 rooms, please.
So each one of you mark a gold off your sheet.
Well, we actually have it all in one pot, so I'll do that.
Okay, so take 3 off that.
Will do.
That's a bargain. This room came with a show.
He is somewhat of a version of the fancy bartenders you get now, the bottles and stuff like that. It's his way of getting a break from dealing with all oppressive people at the bar.
So Esma goes and asks the bartender, "Hey, do you guys do a dinner and a show? I'm looking to make some coin here, and it seems like you guys need a little bit of a peppy song. I can do a little song and a little dance, um, and hopefully, make an extra coin or two."
Happy?
Possible. I don't know how well a peppy tune would go over down here, but
I can do gloomy.
um, I could book you for dinner rush. See what happens.
If we're not doing something else, then yes, we might be doing around town, but if I'm around here, I'd like to do a show. And if my
Okay.
companions will let me.
Well, I'm fine with you making some money. I don't know. Your act is a little cheerful. You might wanna grump it up a little bit
He says
for
if you
your audience.
he says if you want to play, be back here in 2 to 3 hours.
Thank you.
And at that point, he gives you each your key to your room.
Should we ask him about where we could find the dragon, or would that be too much?
I think we need to ask somebody, but I don't know who.
I think we should ask someone who's a little tipsy so they don't take it too serious.
Well,
I mean,
he's the bartender. He knows everything in this area.
Maybe
People tell the bartender everything.
That's true.
because they get drunk and can't keep secrets.
So I'm just gonna throw this out there. What we're looking for is pretty rare and pretty valuable. I don't think we should show all of our cards. I think we should play the tourists that want to go see the dragon. Just
That's what
on a safari or come up with some better excuse.
Safari. A dragon safari. Now that's interesting.
I don't want, and also I think it's better to be a little under the radar.
Esma actually was thinking the exact same thing, which is why she was playing the triple tourist. So Smite and her is like on the same wavelength.
So does one of you want to go up to the bartender and ask him, or what?
Esma's like, well, her cheer might be off-putting here, so maybe Smite should do it. If not, then Esma will.
We'll go over.
I'd say
So-
the gloominess of Smite would probably pull it off better.
I got you. So does anyone else have any ideas about what our cover story should be? I would love to hear your thoughts.
Well, if this is a lot of drows, I knew a drow in my past, and I think you know one. So we could just say that they told us about this place and that we like looking for dragons, and they suggested coming here to see the great dragon.
Sounds good. I think simple is always good for when you're not being totally transparent. But all right, so I'm gonna go. It doesn't look like Grund is too busy. Fortunately, there's not really a rush, so I grab my drink and I wander over to the bar where Grund is. Okay. So I have a question.
He says, first, let me ask you one. Have you tasted your drink yet?
Fantastic. And beautiful also. Yeah, just a little sip though. I can tell it's pretty strong. I don't know how many I can drink. I'm gonna take
one or two is usually the max for most people.
I can see that. Yeah, it's wonderful, and I liked the flaming fire cubes. That's always exciting. So yeah, really nice place you've got here. Like
Thank you.
We're visiting sort of on a vacation, more for me than for them, but I wouldn't call us friends, but we are companions, as it were. And
Okay.
yeah, we are curious. We heard there was an obsidian dragon around, and I know they're super rare, and we just thought it might be cool to catch a glimpse just to say we saw one. Do you happen to know where they live?
As far as I know, there's only two that I've ever seen.
You've seen them?
Yeah.
Wow.
He points to the one window in the building. You look out the window. You see a large black and gray castle out the window. They're the rulers of the city.
Wow. The dragons.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow, I didn't expect dragons to be I mean, they're large and in charge. I just didn't expect them to be involved in bureaucracy, but that's exciting.
Yeah. Well, the male dragon, Ishik Bale, has advisors, but they answer to him. They do the mundane daily stuff, but if they screw up, they don't live very long.
What is his companion dragon's name?
That would be the queen. We don't see her. We haven't seen her often recently.
Oh. She's just called the queen. I like it, girl.
Yep.
Interesting. So they rule the city. Do they come out for like, I don't know, festivals of darkness or any holidays, or they just
That's mainly when you see them.
yeah. Are there any events happening soon?
Mm, well, our summer solstice is happening within the next 3 days.
Oh, it's always nice when the solstice comes because you know the days will start getting shorter.
Down here, it doesn't really make a difference. It's always dark and gloomy.
It's dark and gloomy, but it gets darker and gloomier.
Well, it gets darker and gloomier faster, yes.
Yeah, great.
And then when winter comes, it snows all the time.
Oh, wow. Is the snow gray?
No, it's just really cold.
I really like it here. I've had some drow friends mention how much they thought I would like it here. So kind of been on my bucket list, I guess, to visit the Shadowfell and the Obsidian Dragon. So that's pretty exciting. When is the Solstice Festival?
It's 3 days.
Oh, perfect. Great. So,
If you,
are there any city traditions?
well, for a year or two ago, they tried to decorate the place. It didn't really go over all that well. Because even at a summer solstice festival, most people are just plain depressed.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's great.
they don't have large amounts of bounty energy and such. So
Well, I can't imagine that a dragon king and queen would receive visitors basically for spectacle and just the thrill of being able to say that I saw them. But are there any other opportunities to see the king and queen? Do they do castle tours? I don't know. I know it's not Disneyland.
they don't do castle tours. The king comes out occasionally if administrator has an issue, but we haven't seen the queen in a good 3 months.
Well, I hope she's feeling well. Or gloomy, as it were. Mm. Well, thanks. That's super helpful. I guess we'll probably stay in town then for the next few days. I'm gonna go with my companions, and maybe we'll just like rent a room for a couple more days here. Hopefully, we can catch a glimpse of these beautiful dragons and enjoy the solstice.
It's possible. We will probably see the king. I'm not sure about the queen.
Yeah. Well, thank you. It's been informative to talk to you.
Not a problem.
So I go back and kind of not super, just sort of lay out what he said, and hopefully y'all understand what I'm implying.
So, upon hearing, what do the other two of you do?
Esma's like, awesome. You got.
Cool.
I totally want to go do a tour. Too bad they don't do that.
I know it would be neato. So I'm kind of like wondering, since you mentioned the queen hasn't been around for the past few months, if that is meaningful in any way.
Yeah. Well,
Also, maybe we should get our room here for the next few nights. What do you think?
I think so. And
Oh yeah.
because of the mist and stuff, we should use our cloak, especially at night. And then Esma smiles.
Yeah, I'm interested what a solstice festival would be like down here too.
Me too. I heard of this place that was like they had a month festival that was pretty awesome. I've been there once before. I wonder if it's anything like that.
I like a party.
Me too. Maybe we could sell some ice cream.
Good idea.
So, if you guys are going to stay here for 3 more days, that would be 9 gold off your sheet.
Mm-hmm. Done.
Yeah.
Esma, while Smite was talking to him, she drank all her whole drink, so she's a little tipsy, and she's like, "I want another one."
You better slow your roll there, kid. I know it's good, but whew, strong.
Another one of these, and the 3 of you aren't going anywhere for a while.
Well, we're gonna be here for 3 days. I think you have time to recover.
Yeah. She decided she'll
Yeah.
just eat ice cream.
We need to make plans on how we're gonna get into that castle.
Well, don't think we should talk about that right now in public, Enya. Wink, wink. There's no castle tours,
Well,
so we'll have to find another
well,
way to visit the dragons and.
you,
You can see it
you
from the
guys,
outside.
you guys are still carrying your gear. You haven't went upstairs to your room and put your gear down yet.
Yeah.
You just sat down, bought your rooms, and started drinking.
That's how we do.
That's how we get information.
I'm kind of shocked that the rulers of the city. I mean, yeah, I was expecting them to be in some faraway mountain. This
too.
almost seems too convenient, but I'm sure things will get more interesting.
Well, anytime you deal with royalty, troubles abound, Esma says, as she finishes her drink. And then she
Not
plops
wrong.
her head down, like, oh, I drank too much.
Told you. This is a strong one. Whew.
She's like,
Some of
I'm
that
gonna.
nap done and I'm ready to fall over.
She's like, I need a nap, I think. And then let's head out. Maybe later, after dinner.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna work this evening, you might want to take a nap. Do you want to go put our things away and come back down for dinner?
Sure. And then after the show, maybe we should all meet up and just talk about what we want to see while we're touring and figuring out our schedule.
Great. I love vacations.
Me too. I think I like
I
this
needed
place.
one. I really needed one.
Esma's like, this I think is becoming my kind of place.
What is the resident cleric thinking about this place
I'm
right now?
thinking, how do we get around the guards and get the being away from the egg and
Hmm.
You being an actual cleric, this place feels even worse for you. This place feels heavy and depressive for the two of them. I need you to roll me a religion check.
None of us need to roll a religion check.
Well,
Well,
she's in a she she's an actual cleric,
Oh, I'm just joking.
so
I'm not serious about that.
around 19.
this place feels absolutely evil to you. While it feels heavy and depressive to them, it feels absolutely evil as far as you're concerned.
and it's charming.
Esma's
So,
actually loving this place.
mhm.
She loves the fog. She loves the gloom. She thinks she can make people happy. This is this is her kind of place. This is where she feels
And
like she needs to be to make people happy.
I
in
feel
fact,
really weird about that.
what I do need from the three of you is a constitution check.
"18." So yeah, she's feeling good.
16.
What was that?
16.
Okay. How about our resident tiefling over here?
Got a 5 plus 3. I think the drink was not agreeing with me.
Actually, Anya and Esma are doing a decent job of fighting off the overwhelming feeling of depression. Actually, roll me another d20 because you're half demon and you're evil to begin with. So,
No, she's not. She's the sweetest person ever.
I switched dice again. Okay, this time I got a 14 plus 3.
there you go.
That feels better to me.
So, you're at the moment, the three of you are doing fairly well. It's heavy and gloomy, and Anya wants to get out of here as soon as absolutely possible. But In fact, and you roll me an insight check.
$24.
You know quite well why you want to get out of here as soon as possible. You're getting vibes off the cemetery like crazy. Like, you're confident that there's like 7,000 undead not far from you right now. And you want to get out of here as soon as possible. In fact, the thought of you staying here for 3 days till the festival, you're like, there's no way in the world I'm doing that. Because we'll all be dead by then. I'm not doing that. So do you relay this feeling to the other two, or do you just
Oh,
sorta?
yeah, definitely.
Esma's like, no, I don't believe that. This is my kind of place. I really feel so. I think I can make people happy here. It's my mission now to make people happy here, at least for a little bit.
So Anya's going, you're looking at Smite and Esme, and you're thinking in your head, this is not going to end well.
They all can stay. I'm going.
Yeah, really. So,
They want to stay. They can stay 3 days. I'm going back home.
but the three of you finish your drink and you head upstairs to put your stuff down.
So as Esma's going up the stairs, she almost falls on her face a couple of times.
Actually, give me a dex roll to see if you make it up the stairs or not.
So I got a 5. No, 2 plus 3. Yeah, I got a 5.
You walk up the first 2 stairs and you slip. I'm gonna make a roll. Is high better for you or low better for you?
Depends on how you roll tonight.
No. You tell me high or low.
Let's do low.
And then
we'll do low.
I'll tell you what happens when I roll.
We'll do low. For my little snake eyes.
You actually, all that happens is that your feet slip out from under you on the second step and you land on your butt.
Unfortunate.
Esma laughs as she slowly gets up. She thinks it's funny that she fell.
Could have been worse. If I'd have rolled high, you'd have landed on your face. You'd have landed on your face.
Well, I think she thinks it's funny because she's very athletic and she does aerobics all the time, acrobats and stuff. So she thinks it's funny that she can't stand on her feet.
Absinthe counters athletics pretty well. But in fact, Smite, I need the same roll from you. As you
finish that drink, so.
As you start up the stairs.
Oh shit. It's athletics, right?
What?
Well, I got a 5 plus 2. I mean, I'm a drinker, but this shit is
you pretty much pulled the same stunt that she did. Except I need the same higher low from you.
I'm gonna go for low. I'm gonna break my neck.
You actually fall forward and basically land on your face. right behind where Esme landed.
They need to put a sign on this step.
And now it's Inya's turn.
17.
She makes it up just fine.
Friggin' clerics for ya.
We're on vacation. You're supposed to drink and fall.
No. All three of you have finished your drink. She just happened to be steady enough to make it up the stairs. The other two of you, not so much.
I'm not known for my grace. Yeah.
So, Enya, are you gonna help these two up, or are you just gonna stand there laughing?
I'm gonna stand there laughing.
Okay.
Such a wonderful cleric you are. So helpful.
Oh, Apollo.
I helped them up after I was done laughing.
Okay. You finally make it up the stairs. Do the three of you congregate in one room, or do you go to your separate rooms, or what do you do?
I don't think any, or at least two of us, are coherent enough to
talk about anything.
I gotta do my show tonight, so I gotta sweep this off, or we're not gonna get paid. So Esma practically crawls to her room so she could go sleep.
And Smite,
I manage. I grab the key and like I'm gonna just roll for dexterity to see if I can fucking open the door, like get the key in. I got a 13 plus 2, so 15. I feel like it's gonna take some effort. It's gonna take some effort. Give me a minute.
But
I think I got it.
With the 15, you actually are able to get the door open.
That was a relief.
So
I drop my shit on the floor as soon as I open the door. Slam the door. Friggin' wobble over to the bed and flop with my ass in the air, which is my recovery position.
Okay.
So, Mike, should I roll to see if I make it to the bed?
Yeah. If you actually crawl, hang on. If you actually crawled to the door, I need a dex check to see if you can even open the door.
Okay, I'll re-roll. I got a 2. Plus a 3. I got a 5.
You can't even reach the doorknob with the key. In fact, you pass out in the hallway next to the door of your room.
Reminds me of when I went to Vegas one time. Before I moved there.
And you walks past and sees you laying there on the floor by the door. And what do? When you see
it? Open her door, pick her up, and carry her into her bed.
She says, "Thank you. You're such a good friend." I love you.
She's beautiful.
So
and at
beautiful.
that point, and at that point, Esme passes out.
And she's sleeping where she's like halfway off on the bed and halfway off the bed.
Everything goes black and just pass out.
Do I wake up with my show?
First of all, what is Enya doing after this?
I'm shaking my head. Oh my god, they can't handle their drinks.
Yeah, that cleric can hold their
See,
so.
see, you're used to your alcohol because your temple has the vineyard in the back, and you've had probably more than your fair share of wine most of the time.
Yep.
So you can handle your alcohol a little better than these two. Although this is strong enough that it's giving you a serious buzz, it's heavier than the wine that you normally drink. So, but
I drink
you
vodka
are
too,
conscious.
so I drink vodka too.
You are conscious and able to move around. What do you do with yourself while those two are passed out?
I take the map and go back to my room and study the map
Okay.
until I fall asleep.
Let's see. Here we go. Yeah.
What does that mean?
After about an hour, Smite and Esme wake up.
God. Are we hungover?
Seriously.
So
I mean, you're hungover worse than you were when you spent the whole day at the bar drinking.
So we still have those drinks that we got, when Esma had too much sugar to make her feel better and not so bad. Can we take it? Will it help us, Mike?
It will help calm your stomach. It won't help with a headache, but it will make you feel somewhat better.
So Esma goes and drowns it and says, I feel right as rain. Oh, someone disappeared. Hold on.
Smite disappeared.
Smite disappeared.
There she is.
Oh, hold on.
Alright.
Let's fix that. Hold on 1 second.
My internet sucks. It's windy.
No worries. I heard the wind a couple
Oh,
times. So we're gonna play.
I know.
Hold on 1 second.
I know how that goes.
Okay, me
The
and
internet receiver for the crappy Wi-Fi for the building is on the roof right above my door.
Oh,
So whenever it's really windy or raining or something,
yeah.
the building doesn't have internet. So.
Okay, I think we're all good.
Nope.
We just played our musical chairs.
There we go.
Just remember there's a delay. So whatever you guys see, there's a delay.
Yeah, there's like 3-second delay or something.
It's kind of fun to watch.
But so half a dose, half of what's in the vial is a dose. So you take a dose. Do you walk over next door and give the other dose to Smite, or do you just put it away?
Oh no, Esma loves Smite. She thinks Smite's like her best friend in the world. So she's gonna go and give some to Smite.
And my ass in the air. What are you doing here, kid?
I got you something that'll make you feel good.
Okay. I wouldn't say that I love you, but you're all right.
It's okay. I love you, so that's all that matters. And then she tosses it. She gives her the drink and says, "I'll see you downstairs when you're ready. I gotta get ready for my show." So
Yeah, you need to recover quick.
And so you take the potion, and it calms your stomach, but your head, it's almost the same color as the drink you had, except it's green, but it's sort of cloudy. It helps your stomach, but not your head.
I'll take it.
we still have tranquilizers, by the way. We got 3 of them.
Tranquilizer.
Wow.
Don't think it'll help you, but we still have them.
You just woke up from passing out. That would just make you pass out again.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to just sleep through it.
Yeah.
So
As a person who's withdrawn from lots of things, I will say. It's better when you're sleeping most of the time.
I've had a couple of experiences like that myself. But the 3, well, actually, hearing all the commotion from your 2 friends in their rooms, did that wake you up?
Yes.
Or are you okay?
Oh, I didn't know she was sleeping.
So she had taken the map to read it in her room and study it in her room, but then after a little while of doing that, she passed out.
Hopefully she doesn't have ink mark on her
Because,
face.
well, you weren't drawing on the map, were you?
No.
You were just reading it.
Yep.
So,
Oh, I thought it was a
but
hand-drawn
the
map.
question, no, it's the one that Tyndall sold you before you left. But the question is, since you fell asleep, I need a investigation check to see if you can find where the map fell when you fell asleep.
Oh.
.2.
Okay. You see the edge of it sticking out from under the bed where it fell on the floor when you fell asleep. I'm assuming you're reaching down and picking it up.
Of course.
So do you go meet your friend or what?
I pick up the map and I head out my door to go find the other 2.
Okay. You don't see them, but you hear groans coming from behind the doors in their room because they both have a serious headache at this point.
Headache's medic.
And the moral to this story is never drink absinthe on an empty stomach.
Lesson learned.
Because you didn't eat with that. You just drank it.
So I think Esma's gonna go downstairs to eat something greasy to settle to feel a little bit better. Hey, greasy when you're drunk is like the best medicine. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like it soaks up.
Okay.
It's at least for me. It soaks up all like it makes me feel so much better if I'm not puking.
So do the other two go with her?
Oh my god, my head hurts so bad. But yeah, I think I should probably eat something.
Enya, do you by chance have lesser restoration in your spell book?
I believe I do.
I think Anya likes to see us suffer sometimes, so she doesn't offer the spells to make us feel better.
Ooh, it
Well-
is my domain spell, so I can do that one anytime. So, I do lesser restoration on both of the girls.
Awesome.
You are now no longer hungover.
Oh my god, thank you. For a cleric, you're okay.
Oh, Enya, do you do it on yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
My headache's not as major as the other two.
No. You handled it better, but you were still somewhat wobbly. So it's always better not to take the chance. So now the three of you head down to dinner.
Food.
I wonder if they have bacon pancakes here.
Bacon pancakes with that maple thing.
They probably don't have much sugar, but I like it salty.
Well, no, he has plenty of sugar because he has to keep sugar cubes around for, that's the house drink. He has to keep plenty of it around.
Oh, yes, there you go.
So Gren sees the three of you walk down and sit down at a table, comes over and goes, you made it back for dinner, did you?
We did.
It was a journey.
I heard some noises upstairs. What was going on?
A party. A drunken party.
I wouldn't call it a party, but I was feeling good there for a minute.
He looks at Esma and sort of sideways smiles, knowing that, he heard somebody land on the floor up there. He's like, he's thinking to himself, do I really want to ask what actually happened up
I
there?
have a little scratch on my face, so.
Actually, you have a couple where you landed on the stairs.
Esma's like, I gotta eat something before we go do this show. Got any food?
He leaves for a second and comes back with 3 menus.
Oof.
What's the special for tonight?
Well, there's always 2. One is always the stew. Adventurers seem to like that stuff. So
I'm sorry, but stew is not sounding great to me right now.
No, I need something greasy and fattening.
we do have steaks and vegetables and potatoes. We don't grow much down here. We sort of import everything.
Oh, so it's like Hawaii,
Yeah.
but the pineapple. Yeah, that sounds a lot more appetizing. Do you have any like bread or eggs or anything?
Well, yeah, we have bread that comes with every meal.
Perfect. Do you have like an omelet?
I can do that. It's going to be kind of big, though.
Y'all want to share an omelet?
It's an omelet from a rock egg, so there's kind of large.
Does an omelet sound good to anyone else?
I'll split it with you.
Split it. Great. Yeah, extra bacon.
I can do that.
I'll take a steak cooked,
Man.
medium rare, and one rare steak.
Oh yeah, you have your cat with you, don't you?
Yep.
My snake has
Okay.
been fed way too much. I can't feed him
Yeah.
anymore. He doesn't want to eat anything I feed him
He-
anymore.
Your snake is seriously overweight at this point. he's gonna have to start doing P90X or something. Yeah. But we're gonna take a break here. While your food is cooking, because Anya has to deal with her dog. So it's 8:45. So we will be back at 9:00.
Sounds cool. You guys then?
Hope you guys are enjoying it so far.
Oh, hold on. Oops, wrong transition. Let's do the right one.
Just ordered the dinner.
I don't think was on.
Okay. Now?
Mhm.
Hello and welcome back to this episode of Fallen Dragons. Gloom is where the heart is. As we left our group before break, they had just ordered dinner. They were having dinner, getting ready for. We left our group before break for Andy's show. It's supposed to start as soon as, or Esme's show, excuse me. That is supposed to start as soon as she has dinner. So after a little bit, Run comes back out with 3 plates of food. And sets them in front of you. He says, I forgot to ask if you guys wanted anything to drink.
Esma says, do you have any, like, it's an alcoholic coffee that I fell in love with at another bar. Do you guys have anything like that?
I haven't heard of anything like that down here.
Mm. Okay, then I would just like some rum with my food, which I don't know if I said what I wanted, but
No, actually, you didn't.
Esma's like, I want eggs and like if you can grind up the potatoes into like a hash type thing, and then you melt it in butter and fry it, and then some. Of course, I want the eggs with smite and bacon and some pancakes, like little ground cakes that are smashed up with butter and some like sugar glaze type thing. It's delicious.
Sounds like you're wanting breakfast.
Yes, breakfast.
I will see what I can do. What about drinks for the other two of you?
Do you have any vodka?
Whiskey?
Whiskey, yes, whiskey.
Oh, you said vodka. Okay. Yeah, I've got vodka, and I can check in the back for some whiskey. We don't get a whole lot of call for it.
Really?
It's hard to get down here.
Oh, well, whatever is easy. If you've got an open bottle, just pour me something, just not the absinthe.
Little too strong for you, huh?
Oh, yeah. I want to look around town tomorrow, so that first drink knocked me on my ass. Well, ass up, I guess. Or-
It is an acquired taste you have to get used to.
It's delicious, but it's the doozy.
So goes off. A few minutes later, while your food is cooking, he comes back with the rum and the vodka, and he actually has a tankard that he sets in front of Smite. He says, I actually found this old bottle of bourbon in the back.
Thank you.
Um, you can, I'll let you try it and you can tell me if it's drinkable or not. I have no idea how long it's been down there.
I smell it. Smells like bourbon. Cheers. Cheers.
Um,
It's
it, it would it would be seriously aged by now.
ooh. There's a lot going on, but it's drinkable.
Okay, that's good. So I'll bring your food out in a little bit.
Cheers.
So he goes back to the kitchen. He does his best to come up with pancakes, even though he's never heard of such things. Um, so
Mike, how did the excuse me, how did the pancakes turn out? I think the absinthe is still within my system.
they actually turned out. He brings your food to the table. He gives Anya her steak, and he has a plate with a raw steak on it that he sets next to it. And he gives Smite her food. And then he sets this big platter in front of Esme. And the pancakes came out better than he actually expected. And Smite's omelet is big enough to feed the three of you.
Good God. I'm going to gain 20 pounds on this vacation.
Well, he's like, you do know a rock is almost as big as a dragon, right? So their eggs are a bit large.
Would you say the rock egg is the same size as a dragon?
Slightly smaller.
Cool.
And they're off-white.
Ah.
So you couldn't fake it.
But you had a
If that-
Sharpie or like a minor illusion spell, no?
Well, yeah, you could do that if you knew what you were looking at.
Yeah. I think
You
that's-
have, however, never seen an obsidian shadow dragon egg. So you would have to get a look at it before you were gonna try something like that.
I don't know. Do dragons have good eyesight?
Extremely. They fire breath things from hundreds of feet in the air. Yes, they have great eyesight.
Just a little. So how does Esma do her routine? Does she do well, or is the alcohol gonna mess her up tonight?
Well, tell me what your routine consists of.
Throwing
Well,
knives.
last time the fire went well, and so did the knives. But she's trying to make them happy, but she also figures a happy tune would probably not do well. So she does like a punk rock type, lute type music. And then she decides that this type of gloom, they would probably like fire and knives. So she does her fire and knife dance.
Were you drunk the last time you did this?
I don't remember. Was I drunk, you guys?
Were you hung over the last time you tried this?
I don't
think you've been drinking, but I don't really remember.
Oh, you know what? I was trying to impress the what was his name? The guy,
Daddy?
no. The guy that we helped with he was the stolen stuff, the people who were stealing stuff from him, and we helped him find it, and so he was gonna see my show, and I wanted to impress him. Which I did.
Oh, you mean the blacksmith guy?
Yeah.
So yeah, you weren't drunk that night.
No, I was a little tipsy, but not drunk. I wanted to do well.
So which thing do you attempt to do first?
We'll start with the knives just to get them interested, and then and in between that we'll play song. No, we'll start with music to get them all hyped, and then we'll do the knives, and then we'll do some more music, and then the fire.
So your knife act requires a volunteer, does it not?
It does.
So roll to see.
Remember, I'm playing my lute, so my persuasion is +2 and my charm's +2.
Roll. Give me a
Yeah.
Excuse me. Give me a persuasion roll, and let's see if you can persuade somebody to be a volunteer target.
19 plus 3 plus 2. So
So that's
that's
a 24.
yeah.
You actually find a half-drunk person in this second row of table that's willing to be your target.
Wow.
So how did she do? Did she kill him?
Well, I need a performance check from you now.
19 plus 3, so 22.
You didn't kill him, no.
Kind of sad about that. I wanted to kill someone by accident one day.
Give me a dex
That's
check
cool.
to see if you actually like stabbed him but didn't kill him.
16 plus 3, so 19.
Okay. You actually missed him.
Oh,
He survived.
Yay!
lucky day.
But did I do a good performance? Did I make people happy?
As happy as people get down here. So now you do more music, and then what is your fire act that you do?
Okay, so it's kind of like fire flogging, fire whipping, and then like a fire throwing of juggling.
Of what? Fire throwing of what? What?
A fire
What?
Thing. Oh, okay.
fire
Sorry.
flogging, fire whipping, and then a fire juggling act.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
So
like
you
that.
you actually carry whips and floggers in your bag for this, or
Yeah, she
where do?
does.
Okay.
She has her bags of tricks to, entertain everywhere.
Okay. What would that be? Give me another performance check to make sure you don't set the place on fire doing this.
Darn it. I got a 21. I was hoping for a low number.
You don't set the place on fire.
One of these days, Esma's going to do it.
Trying to get us run out of town before we even get to see the dragon.
Um, the people in the audience, they were okay with the knives, but they're a little iffy about all this fire you're throwing around. A few of them in the front row of tables start to back up a bit.
But did they enjoy themselves?
Give me a dexterity check to see if you can actually juggle fire without hurting yourself.
20.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't in fact hurt yourself, which is amazing in the dark. But yeah.
Esma likes fire, so.
Okay.
Even if she got the little burn, she would have liked it.
Uh-huh.
Mike's like, I'm gonna hurt you. Oh, poor Esma.
Oh.
Okay. You ended up making 7 gold and 4 silver out of this.
Yeah,
Awesome.
not bad at all. That paid for half our rooms.
Yeah, that almost covered all of your rooms.
Yeah. See,
Almost.
Esma brings in something, even though she spends a little
So,
too much.
Easy come, easy go, I guess.
I think all of us like to spend.
so now that your performance is over, it's getting kind of late. It's like 9 o'clock or so. And it is very dark outside.
Oh, that's helpful.
What do you guys do now that you've had dinner and Esma's done her performance? And
I say we go up to one of the rooms and discuss our plans.
Well, I don't know if we want to say that. I think we'll say let's go have a little party upstairs.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
I
go
don't
have
say
a
that loud.
nightcap
That's
in-
what I'm thinking.
Let's go have a nightcap in somebody's room.
Esma's like, we can do my room. I gotta see my snake anyway. Make sure
Okay.
he's okay here.
Take it, your fucking fat snake.
Yeah. Which I call Snake Eyes.
you
Or Snaky.
you get up to the room and your snake is just sort of laying on the bed, half comatose, because he's eaten far too much since you've purchased him, and yeah,
Poor snakies.
he's just sort of laying there. He's not moving.
Esma's like, do you want to go in? Maybe look around the area, get some exercise.
Oh, are you talking to your snake now?
Yes, and tell him because I can mentally talk to him once every 24
Magic
hours.
snake. Right?
Actually, you haven't talked to him for a while, so yeah, you can mentally communicate with him once per day.
I think Esma
But
tries to talk to him at least once per day, but she usually rattles off stuff he doesn't care about.
yeah,
So,
but you haven't talked to him since you've gotten to the Shadowfell, so
yeah, Esma goes and tells him, go get some workout, go look around town, let me know if there's anything interesting. Do the normal things I asked you to do. Have fun. And, talk to me later.
he says, sounds good, but even I can tell this place is a little weird compared to where we normally are.
That's why I love it. So we should
And
visit
with
vacation here once
that,
a year.
and with that, he
Yeah.
slithers out the door, down the stairs. People are rather surprised to see this large constrictor snake suddenly head out the door. It's like, where did that come from? But
The shadow fell, so
yeah, most of the people here have seen worse. It's just a little surprising. So now that your snake is busy, the three of you actually try to make a plan for tomorrow, or what?
Actually, I think we should make a plan for tonight. We do have the
oh,
cloak, so we
I
can.
love what I was thinking. You get more and more on my wavelength as days progress.
I
never-
know. She's loving Esma just is loving you and wants to
So-
emulate you.
I've always kind of wanted to mentor someone.
So what is the cleric thinking? Well,
I think we should send my cat in and see if he can sense anything, or your unseen servant.
Well, the unseen servant can only go a certain amount of feet, so that wouldn't be very helpful with where we are now. I mean, unless we go in the cloak, and she follows us.
Yeah, I think that would make sense to take someone in the cloak with the unseen servant. And I don't know, we could take a walk around the castle and see what's going on. I mean, I'm feeling a little good tonight, finally. I'd love to see the castle anyway and see if we can.
And if we see the egg, I do have minor illusion. And if we use a rock egg, maybe we can minor illusion it to make it look like it's a dragon's egg.
Well, we have to find a rock egg first.
Well, the thing is, he did mention that the queen has been missing for the last few months, which might mean she's nesting somewhere. I don't have a whole lot of knowledge about the breeding habits of obsidian dragons, but I mean, it seems to me that she might be popping out an egg right about now.
I think so too.
Smite, give me a history check.
Oh, I don't know shit. I got a 2
What?
plus
Mm,
2. So I got like a 4.
no,
Esma might
Yeah.
might know a little bit of history. I have a good
you
plus.
have no idea about the breeding habits of dragons.
How about Esma? Because she's been hunting dragons for a while. She might know.
Well, actually, if you
I say
uh,
I got
uh,
6. I got +6 on my history, so
a what,
+6.
you
Oh,
can
you should roll.
you can both give it a shot and see if you know anything.
I got a history
I
3.
got 24.
I got a 13.
Esme just knows what she's read in books, sort of general about dragons. Anya, however, knows that dragons, when dragons mate, they don't tend to stay together after that. And secondly, you also know that on average, takes 1,000 years for a dragon egg to hatch. So, given you don't know when this egg was created, you have no idea. For all you know, since the queen hasn't been seen recently, the egg may be getting ready to hatch for all you know.
Would make sense. I mean, I wouldn't want to sit on an egg for 1,000 years. I'd just like make sure it was secure somewhere and then go check on it when it was about time.
That's pretty much what they do, but they're not like chickens. They don't sit on their eggs.
Got shit to do.
Well, considering they would crush it if they sat on it. Literally, because dragons are huge.
So yeah, we should go tour the castle.
Yeah, let's go check. I think this like tourist cover works for me at least, and I don't know about y'all, but I think yeah, let's go.
Okay,
Bring the cloak.
let's do it.
Let's go.
Are we bringing the links with us, Enya, or is it just gonna be us?
I don't know.
I definitely think we should bring the confusion thing, though. The what was it? The shard of
Shard
confusion.
season, the
Yeah.
shard.
Your cat might be a little out of place down here. There aren't a lot of animals in the Shadowfell. So your cat might be a little out of place.
Okay, so we'll leave it in the room.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
So the three of you leave Fumes, walk downstairs, and as you're headed for the door, run to the like. If you guys are headed out at this time of night, be careful.
Anything we should watch out for?
Mm. Anything coming out of the cemetery?
Yeah. Good to know. We've seen a few.
Yeah, but we got lots. So, um,
Oh,
and as you turn toward the door to walk out, you can't see anything. The fog is so heavy that all you can see is fog.
I don't know if any of this is boding very well for sightseeing.
No, but we can always. We came here in the Shadowfell, so we should see shadows. That's part of why we came.
Well,
Maybe
we do
we should
need
put our
some
cloak on
practice.
to begin with before we go anywhere.
Well, I
We
think if
do,
we're playing the tourist, we want to play the tourist.
we need practice running away. Still,
Yeah,
probably.
just a little
You know,
bit.
um, do any of you have dark vision at all?
I
Yep.
do.
Let me see. I know my other character did. Let me double check
I do.
this character.
A tiefling, of course I do.
No, I don't
You
think I do.
so Smite is the only one who can actually see
I think
right
I
now.
do. I think I do.
Look at your character and be sure. Because if not, Smite's the only one that can actually see.
Yeah, I don't.
Thought you were an
I'm sorry, what, Mike?
no, No, you're a Genasi, right? You're not. No.
Yeah. No. That was my other character. The crazy
So,
Inyara.
yeah. But who knows? She may be in this cemetery for all you know.
Oh, Inyara was crazy, but she wouldn't have died, would she?
So nice to see old friends.
I always feel
And-
like
Hey,
Esma
and-
maybe
fill my
met him.
bucket again. Okay.
and they feel the same way as long as you're willing to give them your brains. Yeah.
Just a second.
Uh,
Hold on.
So I take it since Mike can see you're gonna be up front
Sounds good.
in this little group.
Yes.
Just a second. I
Sounds
believe
good.
I have dark vision.
Well, Esma does not, so she grabs onto Smite, so then
Maybe
Smite can
not.
carry her.
Sounds like a fool's errand
Okay,
already.
maybe I don't.
Okay.
I thought
So-
I did, but
So the two of you are following Smite because she's the only one that can see.
Sounds cool.
And in the fog, even your dark vision's having a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Do you want me to cast Unseen Servant? Maybe they can see beyond the fog? I don't know how well that would work, though.
Worth a try. How many times can your unseen servant help out?
Until she gets hurt.
Oh.
And it can move up to 60 feet from me.
At the very least, she might be able to tell you what to avoid.
Okay. Esma decides that she hasn't seen her friend in a while, so she decided to cast Unseen Servant, and this time she's gonna name her. Last time it was Ravenly, so she's gonna be. Let's see, Shadow Jane. Which, if my friend is watching, she will know why I named it Shadow Jane. But I don't know if she's on. So.
I think yeah.
Okay. So you cast Unseen Servant, and this invisible servant goes out 60 feet in front of you.
Yes.
Do you give it any instructions before it goes, or?
Of course. I am naming you Shadow Jane today, and I would like you to let us know, like usual, if you see anything suspicious, anything to avoid, if there's any guards in front of us, or, anything that may cause issues with us. So just keep a watchful eye out for us.
Also, any undead?
Oh, definitely any undead. I mean, the last time it was not the best thing. We learned how to run that day.
I hope so.
Hopefully, we learned it well.
Hope you've been practicing since then.
We'll find out.
So, Smite, how far is your dark vision?
60 feet.
So in the fog, it's about half that.
I'll take it.
You can see roughly 30 feet ahead of you, and then after that, everything is fog.
So I'll have my unseen servant go 59.5 feet from us. So they can let us know the other difference. Onward, heroes! Let's go to the castle!
Let's go see what we can see.
So, it's pretty slow going. What would take you maybe 20 minutes during the day takes you almost an hour now.
Wow.
And you're just going across the main square.
Esma is humming
So,
scary tune as they were walking.
Trying to make sure the undead know where we are.
Of course. Also, we gotta play the tourist.
Or
you're playing the Scooby and Shaggy tourist.
Yes.
The,
Hopefully, we don't
Ruh-roh.
become a Snoopy snack.
because the way they always did it was, if we whistle and act like everything is normal, nothing will happen.
Yeah, never worked out for them.
No, it didn't.
I don't think we're gonna play that tune then.
But they never became a Scooby snack, so there's also that.
Yeah, I've got a comfortable feeling about this.
Me
So do
too,
I.
but I'm kind of loving this feeling.
All three of you roll me perception.
Dear, here we
You
go.
love 14.
Yeah, I'm switching dice again.
Just a-
18.
I got a
Wow.
7 and mine is -1.
So that gives you a 9 total. Or what?
No, it gives me a 6.
Oh, I
Got a -1.
thought you said you got a 10 with a -1. Okay.
Ooh, Snoopy.
You have this uncomfortable feeling, but you can't really figure out why.
That's not good.
Esme has the same uncomfortable feeling, only worse. Suddenly, her cheerful attitude sort of stops.
No! Esma does not like not being cheerful.
Did you hear that? I had an 18.
Yeah, I heard. I'm getting to that. Um, so, Enya turns around because Enya knows what this feeling is. Even though you're only 3rd level and can't really do anything with it, you know what being surrounded by a group of zombies makes you feel like.
Golly, goosers.
And with the fog, you can't really tell which direction it's coming from.
Shadow Jane, you're not helpful. You gotta let us know these things.
Actually, Enya, give me an investigation check.
20.
Okay. What happened was your unseen servant floated right by them.
Well, it's my unseen servant. Shouldn't I?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But why
She
did
did.
Enya roll? Shouldn't I
because
roll?
Anya's a cleric,
Darn it.
and you can tell undead when she's around them.
Esma should have rolled for her unseen servant. I'm just messing with you.
Your unseen servant floated right by them in the fog and didn't even notice them.
Shadow Jane, you're supposed to catch these things.
You hear in your head, I don't get paid enough for this.
Hear that?
Shadow Jane. Shadow Jane doesn't even get paid.
Maybe that's the problem. But Anya, you get the feeling that you, in fact, the three of you are in fact surrounded by them.
I said, cloak up, cloak up.
We should run.
We should. But, maybe we could try it a little bit.
We're surrounded.
Anya tells you you're surrounded by them.
Yeah, but
any direction you attempt to run, you're gonna run into one.
All right, bitches, get in the cloak. Let's go. Hop on.
Do we have the potion that we have? Don't we have a potion to help with the smell? No. No, we didn't. We have
you have a potion to help against damage done by undead creatures.
Oh yeah, we do have that. And does the Shard of Confusion work on zombies?
No.
Dang it.
Might says run.
Yeah, but we'll run into them. So that's
I
the
know
only
fighting
problem.
is fun. I know it's fun. I don't want to die on an outing around the.
Okay.
We don't know how many of them there are.
They can't see where they are, and you can only see half of what you could normally see.
I guess we could head.
So you don't know which direction to go.
I guess we could head back to the inn direction, or just continue. And if we see any, then we attack.
I think y'all get in the cloak, hop on the shoulders, get in the cloak. Let's go back.
I agree.
Take us an hour to get back.
Okay.
And we are tits deep in fucking brain-eating zombies.
Okay, let's do it.
Especially since we don't know how many zombies there are.
True. But it would be more fun if we fought.
We don't know who they are. It's not fun to die.
All three of you give me a perception check to make sure you can even do this move.
I got me.
Natural 20 plus 24.
I got a 19 minus 1, which is exciting for me because I usually roll.
I got a 9. So Esma's not very perceptive to this time.
Okay. 2 of you are able to get in the cloak. Esme can't do it. Yes. She just falls when she tries.
I grab her and put her in the cloak.
I thought we practiced this.
Actually, you practiced it once. And you practiced it in broad daylight when you could actually see what you were doing.
I grab not Inya. I grab Esme as I jump onto the shore.
Esma. Her name is Esma. I think Esma will cast a minor illusion to make it look like no one's here. These are not the people you're looking for.
Zombies aren't intelligent enough for that to work.
Ah, darn it.
Zombies are single-minded. They want one thing, and that's your brains.
Gotta hand it to him for persistence, I guess.
Darn. I'm telling you, all of Esma's spells does not work with undead. It doesn't help in Shadowfell.
Better go with me, grabbing you as I go in the cloak.
Well, that's up to the DM if that works.
Yeah, you both have to give me athletics checks to even see if that works.
8. 5 and a 3. My athletics is a 5. I got a 3.
Wow.
I got a 17.
So you attempted to grab her and she just couldn't do it.
She used up all her athletics and energy on her performance. Poor
Probably
Esma.
for 4 gold.
She is, and you tried really hard, but Esma just couldn't do it.
Poor Esma.
And
Shadow Jane is not very helpful.
Shadow Jane is scared to death.
Maybe I should have named her Dragonfire. Next time I'm naming her Dragonfire.
Because she's never been down here before. And even in the spirit, she's scared to death. And the thing is, Smite, give me a perception check.
Yeah, well, that was a 2.
We're in trouble tonight.
Yeah, I am switching dice again.
You can't see them, but all 3 of you can smell them now. Which, like, all you smell is this overwhelming smell of rotting flesh. And damp rotting flesh.
Yeah.
On top of that.
I suggest that Esme run for the
Esma.
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda. Just think of that Esmeralda. Esma.
What were you gonna say? Suggest that she do?
Run for the inn.
Actually, at this point, I would need a initiative rolls from all 3 of you, but it's almost 10 and it's too late to start combat. So we will open next week with the 3 of you entering combat, surrounded by zombies in a thick fog at night in the Shadowfell.
Well,
and 2 of us are in an invisibility cloak.
Well, hopefully my rolls will be better. But I got a 2 plus 4, so I got a 6. My rolls are gonna be bad if we battle tonight. I think I'll kill us all.
Yeah, so far me too.
Yeah.
So maybe by next week, if you talk really nicely to your dice, they'll like you by then.
Get some new ones.
I got 21 for my initiative.
Sorry, Dice, for asking you guys to roll lower so I can burn the building down. I won't do that next time.
We're gonna die.
Yeah, a glorious death.
Whoa, bad news.
Ah,
But I was just doing it for fun. The zombies initiative would have been a natural 20.
Ah.
yeah. Yes.
We will end there tonight and start next week with your guys' combat. I hope everybody viewing liked the episode. Give us a follow on Twitch. Give us a subscribe on YouTube. Like our videos on YouTube when they show up. Everything helps the channel grow. We're trying to get to 50 so we can put more videos on Twitch. We even have podcasts. If you go over to anchor.com, our podcast will show up eventually.
Or even Spotify.
Oh.
Well, no, it's Anchor, but Anchor goes to Spotify and all the other ones. So if you go to Anchor, it'll go to Spotify and to all the other podcasts. I think it's 5 podcasts now. So that you can get to us.
Right.
But Anchor is the best way to do it.
So, I hope you like the episode well enough to help our channel grow, and we'll keep coming up with interesting episodes for you guys.
Yes.
And is there anything else you guys want to say before we end this tonight?
I hope you all enjoyed the show and come back again next Sunday and Tuesday.
I hope everyone had fun as much as I did. It was very fun. I think Esma did a good performance. But then again, now she's not a good fighter. So she's going to be in trouble. But it'll be fun.
Thanks for joining. Come back and watch us die next week.
Just so you guys
possibly.
And if you guys would like, stay.
And we do.
Oh, go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
And we do have Esma's beginnings on Tuesdays. Same time, but on Tuesdays.
In the same channel. We're going to have a preview of Esma's beginnings and then also a preview of the next episode. So after we do the where to find us. So please stay tuned for that.
And with that, we'll say good night for this week.
Good night. All right, let me get that situated. Hold on
Hurry
1
on.
second.